Oh, nope, that's stealing. Oh, this one isn't stealing. Okay.
Throw you to the damn void woken.
Wow.
Have you seen a human acting suspiciously near here? Grey cloak, grey beard, satchel slung over his shoulder?
Nope.
Blast! Well, if you do see anything odd, report it immediately. There is a foul creature lurking in one of these shadows, and we will find him.
The Magister looks at you, trying to understand what you're saying.
What? A ghoul? Of course not. No. Have you lost your... Will you shut up? It's a human, a sorcerer, dressed as a tinkerer. He's behind the disappearance of several Magisters. As soon as we asked him about it, he fled. Who knows what he's done with our divine brothers? Why else would he run? If he had nothing to hide, he would have nothing to fear. Besides, he was seen with the effects of one of our company. I dread to think how he came about them. We chased him to this factory, but lost him on the docks. Now, I have a patrol to complete. If you see anything, tell me.
No.
And you can get back to work.
He tries to ignore your presence, fails. He sighs.
See here, elf.
Wow,
Very
rude.
busy. The factory is crawling with Magisters, and our shipments to Arks are held up. Time is money. Don't waste my money. What do you want? Fish. This is a fish factory. I'm shipping fish to Arks. Now, please, there's the door. I suggest you use it. Your kind obviously lacks the sophistication to understand basic business principles, but it may interest you to know that there's a market for everything. You just have to find it.
A dark shadow passes across his face.
Sometimes it finds you. That's privileged information. I have a trade to protect.
Persuasion success.
An excellent point. Well made. The answer to your question is, unsurprisingly, a man in a house. A man in a house buys all the void-tainted fish I can send him.
That dark shadow crosses his face once more. He shivers.
Not that I've ever met the man. Not sure I want to, if I'm honest. When you've been in business as long as I have, you learn not to question these things too closely. Now I'll get back to my work, and I suggest you get back to leaving. Good day.
Rude.
The dwarf peers at an expertly dissected fish, gently poking its innards with his knife.
Fascinating. Most fascinating. Oh my, what do you want?
With a small grin, the dwarf glances between you and his handiwork and shrugs.
Indeed I am. They can close our schools, but they can't take away what I've been taught. Besides, there's still so much to learn.
You know, he's the best guy. He's the best guy.
Times are hard. There's not much gold to be made in scholarly pursuits. I can't ignore my first calling, though, especially when there's so much to learn. Yes, as it happens, I need to see the effects of eating these fish firsthand, if you understand me.
Fine, I'll eat the
Wonderful.
fish.
Now, there's 3 samples that I wish to learn more about. Care to choose?
Yellow fish, red fish, brown fish.
The fish instantly churns your insides. Your vision blurs to reveal towering horrors. The void-woken, gathered before a silhouetted figure. You strain to see who it is. Your perspective abruptly changes. Cold, dark water. You glide through it. Black tendrils suddenly creep across your vision. You slow. The darkness consumes you. The dwarf suddenly drifts back into view, peering at you with fascination.
How do you feel?
Why am I doing this? Why am I eating these
A
fish?
stream of black bile suddenly erupts from your mouth and across the dwarf's boots. He doesn't even look displeased. The dwarf leans in and peers intently at your eyes.
Spontaneous delusions. Very interesting. But nothing more than a side effect from eating the fish, I'm sure. Speaking of which, I've learned a great deal from observing you. I owe you a great debt.
I was promised a reward?
Ah, yes. Of course, but this mightn't be quite what you were expecting, but, well, The fish you ate is known as yellow ridgeback. Quite a cunning breed, often used in concoctions to increase alertness. But this one, touched by the void itself. Who is to say how such a creature might alter an alertness mixture? Seek out somewhere that peddles alertness herb mixes. Adding these unique ridgebacks might make quite the impact. So, now my work must continue, as soon as I've got in my quota of fish, of course. Farewell, stranger.
That was a terrible reward.
Boy, you look the kind of wench who can keep a secret. Fancy a good time? Head downstairs in the Black Bull Tavern. Tell the lummox blocking the way that Blathin gave you a tipple.
Looking for a good time? I'm always looking for a good time. Thank you.
If I bet against him, I could win big.
I should be able to... see, I should be able to steal most of the stuff in here without getting caught. Especially if I just close all the doors. Hey, now no one can see me.
Back to work.
Fastened tight.
Sir? Oh, shit. Wait, what? Okay.
Behind the containers, the fish in one of the barrels shifts slightly.
Please, you have to help me. The Magisters have gone mad.
Oh, is this the dude that people
I
are
don't know what they're
hunting?
talking about. I've nothing to do with the missing Magisters. I'm just a tinkerer. I wouldn't hurt an imp. And now they want to execute me. Please, you have to help me.
What's in it for me?
What? I don't know. I don't have much gold. I've spent years collecting rare items from across Riverlon. Please, what I have is more valuable than any coin purse. It can be yours. Just get me out of here.
Sure.
I just need to get out of Driftwood. I can't risk being seen. But if you can get out of town, I can escape to Arks. Please, I'll do anything. Just don't let them see me. Don't let them find me. Thank you.
Okay, we'll get him out of town.
7 times divine, thank you. I'll follow your lead. But please, be careful. If the Magisters see me, I'm done for.
Okay. Well, there's Magisters in there, so I need to go around. Yeah, because I can't get across that way. Oh, that's dumb. I'm gonna loot on the way. Yeah. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, shit.
You found it! Excellent.
The Magister steps forward.
What? No, you said you'd help.
What's up?
Okay, we're fighting. We're fighting. We're fighting. He's in my way. Where's it at? Kill this fool. Why is he on fire now? What? Oh, too far. Did he just heal? He ate an onion. How rude. Oh my god, that does so much damage. Oops. My bad. Sorry.
I'll yield to none.
Ayo.
Boring.
You'd swear the shark was smiling at you.
Hank? What news?
Oh, no, don't wanna.
The dwarf reaches into a barrel and pulls out a fish. His knife glides through the scales, crimson guts spilling out in its wake. The innards fall to the floor, landing in a pool of dark bile. You'd expect fish to smell, but these reek.
Well, good thing you don't have my job, because then you'd be wrong, and you'd be poor. Boss has a buyer for nearly all our stock. A top price, too.
Ugh.
He runs his knife through another fish and flicks the blade, sending a shower of guts to the ground.
I'd say your guess is as good as mine, except I've got the sense not to ask any questions. Now why don't you waft on, Elf? I got work to do.
The dwarf turns back to his work, slicing and disemboweling fish after fish as the blood and black bile mix and swirl around his boots. Looking at the barrel, you see that someone has scrawled Black House on it in paint. You cast your eyes around to see that every barrel headed to Arx has the same inscription.
Black House.
Here, leave them barrels alone. I told you to take a hike, so scram.
You take a hike. Rude. Doggy.
The dog sniffs the wooden decking, like there's something wrong.
Something's wrong. Something's wrong, and it's not right. I don't know, but there's something wrong, and it's underneath the floor.
Underneath the floor. Okay.
Be careful down there, missus. You're not smelling what I'm smelling.
Hmm. God, how do I get this idiot out of town?
I'm Alexander. You're the sorcerer, Mary Lane. Oh,
Last time you played on her, you. I did all. So I have to get him over here. Okay, so I need to go up here. And around. What the? Who am I fighting? Who am I fighting? Where is... Like, who saw you? Was it... Oh my god. You're more issues than you're worth. Just die. I'm done. Just... He's dying. I can't take it anymore.
Cornered.
Don't thank me. I'll see you in the Hall of Echoes.
Okay. Spontaneously combusted himself. Jesus, that dude was way more trouble than he was worth. I am not dealing with that again. I know I do. We're consistently playing against golds now, so that's a little scary for me.
Hackles raised, the dog barks at the sand built up beneath the building.
There's something not right, and that's wrong. It's under the house thing there, and it's bad. I can smell it. You be careful now. What's under there smell...
I'm Alexander. You're the sorcerer, Mary Lane. Oh, I'm always the sorcerer. It wasn't take that, sorcerer. Dallas, get her.
You're dead, Alexander. Alexander, you're dead. You have to stay dead until we say
One day you'll try Recon and realize, I want to learn Recon, but...
Here, missus. Alexander doesn't have to stay dead, does he? Hey, are you an elf?
I am an elf.
Whoa!
Cool. I think you look weird.
Alexander can come back to life if he wants to.
Take that, sorcerer. Come on, Dallas, help me put a collar on her.
Turtle Johnny puts an invisible source collar on Mary Lane.
Take that, sorcerer. No more saucy sorcery for you. Alexander and Dallas save the world again. I hate this game.
The three kids stare at you in awe.
Crack! The source collar's broken. broken. I'm free. How about you, Dallas? I'll kill you again, Alexander. I'm a big bad sorcerer. Woohoo!
For a moment, you watch the children play. Then you leave them to it.
Okay, that was a waste of my time. Let's see, I've already been all through this, all through this. Have I been over here? I don't remember. No, I have not. What? He just... Oh, okay. What the... Okay, whatever.
What? You be needing something from me, lass? Ain't much inclined to rub elbows with elves, if you catch me drift.
Argue that his attitude is rather short-sighted, best to stand together in times like these.
Ain't no one been standing together since Lucian died. Ain't been no goodwill among your kind, or mine, or anyone else's since the Reds have been in charge.
Okay, he has a point. You're not exactly a fan of the Magisters either.
To hear you say it. The day will come we'll overthrow 'em, you mark my words. Until then, I'll practice the art of gutting unspoiled fish. I had friends. Good friends. Not even dwarves, some of them. Reds put him on a ship, sailed him to Fort Joy. Ever heard of that place?
Oh, I remember.
They send you there means you ain't never coming back.
I came back.
Say, you escaped? Crawled your way out of the belly of the beast? Crikey. So you're a sorcerer then? In that case, you must know about the fugitive. That fella all those Reds are looking for. I mean, if he's a sorcerer too, you'll want to do right by him, won't you? Make sure
I killed him.
Oops.
The dwarf leans in and begins whispering conspiratorially.
This fella runs along right, sweating, panicking. Reds racing after him like hunting hounds.
Oops.
Hide in a barrel, you fool, are you? And what do you know? He did. Problem is, he's still in there. Been hours. Can't go nowhere, he can't, not with the Reds around.
Whoops. My bad.
Magister's dropping left and right. Can't say I'm shedding any tears.
Oops. His dead body's still there.
It doesn't make sense. I'm missing this again.
An elf in tattered red robes shifts through pages of handwritten notes spread across the table.
So many suspects. So many potential culprits. I need to narrow down the list. Think, you damn elf, think.
A floorboard creaks beneath your foot. The elf leaps around abruptly.
What are you doing, elf? Trying to get a drop on me? Sneak up and slit my throat?
Responds that you wouldn't wish to kill a fellow elf. You are kin to each other.
I'm no elf. Don't you call me that.
He can't escape his flesh and blood. He is who he is.
The elf glares and pulls aside his ragged red clothing. Beneath it, his chest is laced with a series of scars. Old war wounds by the looks of them.
You see that, elf? That's Magister flesh. Loyal flesh that's made sacrifices for a true cause. You have more in common with insects and vermin than you do with me.
Shrug and say he can call himself whatever he likes before asking what has him on edge.
Seven preserve me. Are you entirely ignorant, elf? My own Magister comrades are vanishing from right here in Driftwood. Whoever's behind it must be stopped. If you hear anything, come to me.
Note his ruined red clothing and say he doesn't look much like a
I
magister.
was removed from their ranks due to my elven blood. I'll continue to serve, though. I won't stand to see my comrades taken by some vile traitor.
Ask him what he knows about the
3
disappearances.
Magisters vanished so far, all within Driftwood. My comrades believe some tinkerer named Higba is behind it all, but they're wrong. I'm certain of it.
Who's responsible then?
That's what I'm intent on finding out. This tavern is full of scum and degenerates. The true culprit could easily conceal themselves amongst them. I have to keep investigating, keep the pressure up. The culprit will make a mistake eventually. If you see anything suspicious, let me know.
Smirk and say you're not looking to out the magisters. The more that vanish, the better.
The elf's face creases into a mask of fury.
Another ill word against my brothers, and I'll see this floor wet with your blood. Now get out of here, and don't come back unless you have information I can use.
A rude, sir.
My sorcerers, a most vile incident.
Yeah.
Valiant
Pretty
warrior.
good, ain't he? Bet he'd even write a poem for you if you sidled up all nice like.
No, I'm okay.
Conclusion of a noble bloodline.
Fine voice, that glorious visage. You are fair, elf, but Barstan's allure is unsurpassed. Such a face could only be sculpted by the hands of a god.
What the hell is going on in here?
Another sorcerer on the loose. I knew they should have cut off the Meister's head and burned the rest. Gotta make sure it don't grow back.
Arguing with Mac is like giving medicine to the dead. He's as stubborn as a corpse and smells the part to boot. No wonder Papa Thrash gives him the stink any time he tries to go downstairs.
You have interrupted my newest masterpiece.
The bard clears his throat and gargles on his own saliva. He then returns to his poem, but his voice cracks mid-verse.
Well, never you mind. Every sonnet I compose is a masterpiece, and my muse has been begging me to write something new. Wait! You might be just the stimulus I needed. I shall craft a rhyme for you and your race. All I ask in return is a handful of coins. It's an offer of a lifetime.
Sure, why not?
Magnificent. But if I am to write a first-rate work, you must face some difficult questions. Are you prepared to answer?
Sure.
He stares at you for a few torturing moments.
My first question. Are you hungry? Actually, that's not quite what I mean. But you eat flesh. When you look at me, what do you see? A dwarf? A bard? A meal?
If an elf enjoys the taste while assimilating memories, then what of it?
He smiles a crooked smile and runs a hand through his greasy hair.
Oh my god, where's the one button? There we go.
An elf craves those memories like an addict craves Drudene. A pity that you turn to the dead for emotional sustenance.
Oops.
Would you not rather form bonds with the living?
Insist that elves are not addicted to memories, they simply record them so that all might learn from the mistakes of the past.
I suspect you collect memories not for knowledge, but from fear. Your homeland fell to the ravages of war and death fog. You worry of more loss, more loneliness. Tell me, elf, are you afraid?
Say your kind acts of selflessness, not fear. You will rebuild. Academies the world over deserve elven scholarship.
The bard hems and haws, then bellows his next words to anyone who might hear.
To all lovers of verse, I bring glorious news. I have completed another modern classic. Listen now, and bask in its resounding refrain. Elf collects the wisdom of the ages. Learn from flesh and bone both left behind.